Okay, we are live. It is Friday, August 4th at 20 to 5 p.m. Hello, I'm Pierre Roberge, and today we are going to take a look at Tesla, Rivian, Xpeng, Neo, Palantir, Nvidia, PayPal, stock indices, Bitcoin, Ripple, and also a little bit of US dollar. So good afternoon, everybody. I'm Pierre Roberge, the Daily Trader. So let's just jump right in. So Tesla is down $5.46, 2.11%, closed at 253.86. Push market, we seem to be down, and well, additionally by 24 cents. So let's take a look at what we have here on the chart. I hope you are seeing my chart okay. So tell me if you are seeing everything okay. So, well. So Tesla is into, well, let's go back a little bit. So Tesla is into a big downward channel. So Tesla has been in a downtrend since the end of 2021. Let's never forget this, and I'm going to remind you all the time. So this is where we are at. We are coming down like this. And yes, recently we had a nice run. We had two great buy signals right here. The first one in January, the second one, when was it? In May. And now we are still on this in the stabilization phase of the move that started in May. So the move started in May right here, and this is the phase we are in. And now it is pretty much zigzagging, you know. This is zigzagging time. This is congestion zone time. After a stock has a big move up, you know, it's normal that it stabilizes. And that stabilization can look random a little bit because it is random a little bit. So it's not 100% random because we can see some patterns into it, but you know, that's the most boring phase because, you know, there is no clear signal to do something, to trade in one direction or another. And let's just remember that Tesla right here tried to break the big downward channel I am talking about all the time. It tried to break that. But after the earnings, the stock just dropped. And then it's going sideways a little bit. So we have some support at 255.85. So the buyers are coming in at that price. And this is pushing the stock back up at that price. But we saw some weakening of that buyer support that we had. We had some buyer support. Well, we lost the buyer support at 255.85 on August 2nd. We lost it there. We did not have stochastic over 60. So, you know, we could have seen this as a short, but because of what happened the next day, right away, and I talked about this in my video of yesterday. So because of what happened during the day yesterday, we started with a green candle, and green candle. So then, you know, we are not going to short when the buyers are coming in. But we are seeing already an exhaustion today. So we opened the day at 260, at 260.97. So just right here. And we tried to go higher. So we already had a resistance. Let me give you that number. We already had a resistance at 265.32. And 265.32, we went and touched it, but then we were squished down, and we even lost the support at 255.85, and we have lost the well, we caved in under the two downward resistance. So you know, this is not you know, this is not looking good. This is showing that Tesla has some weaknesses. It has some weaknesses. People don't want to buy that stock. So if people are not going to buy that stock, the sellers are going to overpower the buyers, and the stock is going to trend down. So this is what we are having right now. We have a downtrend. Yeah, this is short term. This is this big. but it's a downtrend within a bigger downtrend within a medium uptrend. This is what it is. Let's go take a look at the 1 hour chart quickly to try to see a bit more details as to how the day went. How the day went. So the first hour of the day was right here. So during the first hour, this is the one right here. So the first hour of the day, this is where we started to go towards 265.32. We caved in during that first hour. Then it started to look good. Second hour better, third hour better, fourth hour pretty much undecided. Fifth, boom, it just collapsed. Boom, 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 it started collapsing. And this is where we broke 255.85. And one thing to note is that on the 1 hour chart, we have a little bit more resolution, so we can understand a little bit more in closer details what is happening there. And we have an additional downward resistance right here, and look at how perfectly this is tracking the behavior of the stock. It's tracking it today. It was tracking it on July 31st. It was also tracking it on July 31st, yes. And it was also tracking it on July 25th. So, yeah, this is what's happening right now. So, when is Tesla going to be ready to be bought? Because of this downward resistance right here, it needs to break that. It needs also to break 265.32, but then it did that. It broke 265.32 a few times without really going. So then we learn the stock is talking to us. We are trying to listen. So personally, I would wait for 270.37 because we did not close above 270.37 since July 20th. So if we break over to 70.37, this is going to be a step change in the behavior of the buyers and the sellers. So that will be my call on this. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. It's just me reviewing my stocks every single day, and I'm recording it for you guys. So yeah, look at that. In terms of indicators, stochastic at 6. MACD, we are very close to seeing some MACD lines getting below 0. RSI trending down again. DMI is also down. So, there's no short-term bullish impulse in Tesla. There's no short-term bullish impulse. You do what you want to do. If you want to buy low, expecting that this is the lowest point, you can do it. But for myself, no, I want some proof that it is going to go higher. So let's take a look at the VIX. Okay, we understand the why a little bit. So VIX is up 1.16, that's 7.28%, closed at 1709. And yeah, so the VIX has been very low. It has been below 1485 for, since the beginning of June. So when the VIX is low, the stock market usually goes up. And when the VIX starts to go higher and higher, then the stock market starts to cave in and come down. So for the past 3 days, the stock market took a little bit of a hit. This was not so bad. It recovered on some stocks yesterday, and we see the VIX here coming down a little bit yesterday. But now today, this is going higher and higher. So let's see the damage. So Rivian is down $1.24, 4.68%, closed at 25.26. Post market, we seem to be up by a further 20 cents. So yeah, after having broken 26.91 for a couple of days, we have a reversal right here. So we are coming back down. We are still inside the congestion zone. we need to break this downward resistance. We need to break 26.91, and we need to have a good stochastic, which we don't have anymore, in order to get back into that one. So it needs to go stochastic. I need to pronounce it like you do, guys. Stochastic need to be higher than 60, and not any stochastic. The 21-day stochastic. So you know this one is not ready yet. Xpeng, it was rebounding well yesterday on 1837. This was proving ourselves that our line at 1837 was good, because the stock was really minding it. It is minding it. But now we just broke that down. So so the buyers at 1837 are just not there anymore. So this is not boding well. This is short term. This is short term. Longer term, we are still in this big bullish channel. So so longer term, even if we come back down and bounce on something like this here, this is still going to be a bullish channel. We just got a little bit too excited here. And if I have a tip for you guys, when you see a stock go higher and higher and just getting outside of a bullish channel like this, just know that it won't last a long time. It will last longer if it just goes like this and changes lanes, but keeps pretty much the same slope. But now this was not even a slope, it was almost a vertical takeoff. So because it's a vertical takeoff like this, this is something that lasts, that does not last a long time. And my personal strategy when this is happening is that as soon as I see, as soon or close to when this happens, but as soon as I see a pullback like this, I am giving the stock very little leeway, and I just sell at some point, because this is kind of a free money. You know, it just went parabolic, and this won't last a long time. As soon as there's a little bit of a pullback, boom, I pull the plug and I keep the money I made. And then we can just find another buying opportunity. There will be plenty of buying opportunity with Tesla and with all of the EV car manufacturers. Also with Palantirs, we are following great companies like Palantir, Nvidia, and everything. So you know, we'll have enough buying opportunity in the future. We don't need to get married into a stock. NIO closed down 74 cents, 4.79%, closed at 14.72. Post market seemed to be up by 19 cents. So this one recovered quite well after what happened this week. We still have a good stochastic at 77. Right now, this one is into a tug of war between the buyers and sellers, and we don't know who is going to win. Nobody knows. Nobody knows who is going to win. I don't know, and nobody knows. So this is between 13.53 and 15.90. Tug of war between the two, and if we break 13.53, then that's a sell. It shows us that the sellers have won that battle. If we go higher than 15.90, then it's a buy. So it's as simple as that. We are doing technical analysis on this channel because technical analysis is dealing in facts. It's not for sure at 100%. There's still risk in investing in the stock market. If you don't want risk, there's a bank somewhere that wants your money. But if you want better returns, then you need to have the tools. And the stock market is behaving in patterns. And it's so crazy. It should almost be illegal, but it's not. So let's use it while we still can. So see this? This is a line that that a stock has been caving in under. Well, NIO has been caving in under that line since January 2021. So isn't that fantastic to see this? We can draw a line and the stock is following that line. So this is what we are doing here. And that line represents the tug of war between the buyers and sellers. So this is not just a line like a tea leaf has some patterns. This represents the behavior of everybody that is buying NIO. This is showing us the behavior of the crowd. And when we see a specific change in the behavior of the crowd, then we can decide to act in the direction of that behavior. Okay, let me go through Palantir. So Palantir down 51 cents, 2.73%, closed at 18.20. Post-market will seem to be down a little bit further. So this one is back into its congestion zone between 16 and 19. It came outside a couple of days, but then it just could not do it. So, you know, this is what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to zigzag like this. So another one where we don't have much to do. Nasdaq just came out 3 days ago out of its bullish channel. You know, it had a nice earnings call. Look at this here. The earnings, 18% surprise earnings and 10% surprise in revenue. Boom, it just launched. It stabilized a little bit. We looked at it right here, and then when we saw that it was stabilizing, like all stocks do after having a big move, it started to go higher and higher, and then we started to decipher that, okay, this is the rate at which the buyers are overpowering the sellers. This is the rate. We call this a bullish channel. And then we took a few, well, personally, I took a few trades there when we were bouncing. And now that bullish channel is over. So now all bets are off. Now we need to see what is the new pattern that is forming. And so far, this new pattern is a downward channel. It had started it within the bullish channel because there's always multiple patterns within a pattern. So it had started it right here. It had started it right here, but now it's continuing it. So we'll see for how long this is going to continue. Let's take a look at PayPal. PayPal suffered a lot. So the congestion zone was right here. We broke it for 2 days, then came back in, and look at that. It just plunged like crazy. So we are down $1.43, 2.23%, closed at 62.75. And look at stochastic here. Stochastic is at 0.66, so this is abysmally low. So maybe we are going to stabilize on the support. There's some support right here. Boom, 58. You know, you can call it 59 if you want. Let's call it 59. So maybe we are coming down to that number. That's a possibility. Now let's take a look at QQQ and other indices a little bit to see if the behavior of the stocks that we just looked at is just about those stocks, or if it is a stock market thing. So QQQ down to 175.47%, closed at 372.04. So this one, we had a support at 372.62. So we just closed a little bit lower than that. We had, no, yesterday we were over. So we just closed a little bit lower than that. So, you know, it's not the best news in the world because we had that support. Well, it was resistance here, and then it became support here. And now we are losing that. We are still in this big bullish channel, so we could still be bouncing on that bullish channel support and then recover. So this is still bullish in terms, I would call it a medium term. It's still bullish in the midterm. It's bearish in the short term, like this. And I should just do it right now. And this is a live, so yes, please please comment right here, and I'm gonna look at them after having gone through all of our stocks. So let me just do this. Take a second to do this. yeah, look at this. You know, it always fits. It fits. It always fits. Boom. This is the downward channel we have. We have lost stochastic over 60. We lost it. So this is something that we like to have. This is something that we like to have for any move up in the stock market. So when you don't have stochastic over 60, if you remember only one thing, if you don't have stochastic over 60, don't enter in any stock, because this could be going lower. Once it stabilizes, once it starts breaking resistance, and once you get stochastic over 60 again, then you can enter if you want to, and then you have de-risked the entry pretty good. Okay, Dow Jones. Okay, Dow Jones, we are seeing some signs of we are losing ground. The buyers are losing ground. 35,112 has been lost. So we are retreating. The buyers are retreating. We still have a good stochastic. We still are into a bullish channel. So there's no crash yet. When there's a crash, we are going to see it. We are going to see it. And for Dow Jones, I would not be even talking about a crash until we start breaking at least, and even then, at least 34,690, and I would even say 33,638, because, you know, this is a big, whoa, this is, my mouse is doing some crazy stuff. So yeah, we have a big congestion zone here, and we just bounce higher, and then we could do something like this and go back higher again. But if we start caving in like this, then that's, you know, then we can start tumbling pretty low. So there's no crash yet on the horizon, and we'll see it when it happens, if it happens, because we are doing, well, I am doing these videos every single day, looking at the stock market. So okay, so what do we have here? So S&P 500 down 0.53. I'm looking at SPX. So this one is going lower, so we are losing ground a little bit. We lost stochastic, so we might not be over losing some grounds. There's still good support at 44.54. Let's see if it holds. It's still green for now. Nasdaq Composite, yes, again, we are still in a big bullish channel. We had a nice start of the year. The start of the year was great. It was great, and we knew it was great even before we heard it on the news, because the news just mentioned it a little bit later. The news is always late, almost always late. So yeah, so this is at the top of the bullish channel. This is coming down again. This is coming down. So see right here, yeah, like this. So green is support, red is resistance. So we are down 0.36%. Let's look at let's take a look at gold a little bit. So gold, yeah, gold coming down, even though we have a green day. Okay, we have a green day. We are up 4 cents, 0.28%, closed at 1509. So yes, okay, this is a better day than what we had yesterday. So we have recovered 1508. Okay, I'm sorry. We have recovered 1508 by 1 cent. And we have recovered getting out of this downward channel. But look at stochastic right here. It's going like this. All of the other indicators are pretty bearish too. And we can readily see, look at the slope of this. This is the slope of descent. So the prices move within a day, but if we look at the trend between different days, we definitely see a slope, a downward slope. So this is the slope. So until we get out of that slope, then there is no buying, because what's the point in buying something that's going down? There's no point. If you buy when it's going down, you are buying higher. You are not buying low and selling high. You are buying higher than what it's going to be in the near future, because This is what the downtrend means. So you are buying high, expecting to sell when it goes even higher. So you know that's quite an order. Okay, so silver, even Steven, we are holding $8. So the buyers are holding this. We are still in this downtrend right here. We'll see what happens. Bitcoin's going sideways. We are holding 28,817. We held 29,838 a long time. What did I say? We were higher than 29,838 a long time since June 21st, and we lost it July 24th. So we stayed 1 month. So 1 month we had this very tight congestion zone. Now, boom, it's one level down between 28,817 and 29,838. So it's supposed to do this because this is a tug of war, but the tug of war is receding. Tug of war is still there, but it's receding. So there's no clear winners. When there's a winner or a loser, it does this or it does this. You know, it changes. It changes. Ripple. Oh, okay. Ripple, I'm surprised. So we lost 66 yesterday, and we had 64 cents that got lost. 64 cents got lost. So what can we say? It's not the time to hold it anymore. And the rate of descent. This is the rate of descent. The rate of descent is this. This is the rate of descent. So wait until it stops descending. Well, we need to wait until it stops descending if we ever want to think about buying it again. And the US dollar, I'm going to finish with that one. So US dollar had a big, nice run. We got stochastic above 60. We broke everything we had to break. But, you know, this is an example where this would have been a buy here. But I'm sorry to say, but that was a very short buy. So this is why when we buy into something, we put a stop loss, or we have a manual stop loss in our head, just in case it just reverses. It reverses, and it did. But I'm drawing the channel right now, the bullish channel. So you see, it's still in the bullish channel. So there's still chance that these two candles are just a pullback, and it could take, you know, it could succeed a little bit more next week. So, so great. Let me go to the comments a little bit, and then I'm gonna end this live. So, hello Testatera, nice to see you. Option flow, okay, implies this is for Tesla next week, 240 to 270. Okay. So 240, okay, makes sense. You know, so people are kind of betting between this and this, and these are the two, yeah. And 240 is a very important support, I would say. It's a very important support. So yeah, it makes sense that people are betting against that. This move right here, you know, I don't want to predict the future, and I'm not trying to predict the future, but sometimes when we see something like this, you know, we have a break of support at 255. So that would have been a short signal. But then sometimes we have a pullback. But this was a very weak pullback. Stochastic did not go higher. And it only went up to 265.32 and then was squished down today. So there's a possibility that it continues down Monday. And maybe it's and if it goes down on Monday, maybe it's gonna stop at 240 and maybe not, because you know this would be the downward channel, and we were on this side of the channel for a week. Then we came on the other side, and now we have been pretty much on that side of the channel. And, you know, we could be due for a move down to this other side here. So, you know, everything is possible. But, you know, this is what I'm going to personally take a look at on Monday. Okay, so let me go through the comments. So, yeah, thank you for this. I am using... well, I am playing with the resolution and everything, so this is helping me when you are commenting. Heavy institutional shorting of the S&P today. Yeah. Hello, Jose Vipin. Thanks for the video. Notice that PayPal is respecting the downtrend line for August 22nd. Yes. Well, yesterday it was respecting this, if you are talking about this. So yeah, stocks respects our line. Let me see. Hello, Max. Hello, Harry. Sonic Warrior. Yeah, I don't have time to take a special request. I'm going to be here all night. Salut, Max. Hello, Balint. Thank you very much. Thank you. Fantastic. So great. So have a great weekend, guys. So I'm gonna, well, we are doing a live on Sunday like we usually do. And this live is reserved for my members. So if you want to become a member, then you can do so, and then we can talk on Sunday. And on Sunday we are looking at the weekly chart. This is the daily chart, so we are looking at the weekly chart so that we can see the longer term patterns. So yeah, this is what happens on Sunday. If you are not a member, then we are going to talk next Monday after the close to see what has transpired. Alors, salut André, and yes, Tesla Terra, I'm gonna wish you a great weekend, and I'm gonna tell you à la prochaine.